Okay. So this is a new series that I have called, it's an opinion series based on everything that's going on in the sports world that I have an opinion on. Alright, so it's like rumors and stuff. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first one is Dwight Howard trade rumors, how he's unhappy supposedly in Houston. So here's what I thought about that. I feel like he said he's fine there, but I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like he's going to opt out after this year, and I feel like he would head somewhere else where he'd probably be the number one option on the team. Because they said that he was complaining about not being the number one option. Honestly, that seems like something that Dwight Howard would complain about. So I think that even if he's not unhappy, it's really in Houston's best interest to trade him now. And the reason I say that is because he can opt out after this year, and they could actually get something from him instead of just having him head to free agency and have it be like he was never there. So, yeah, I think that they should trade him. There's some good trade offers out there. Nothing else you could get picks for him. I don't know. I've also heard that Ty Lawson is somebody that they're looking at trading, and I can't blame him. I mean, Ty Lawson to me seems like somebody that's causes problems like often. He seems like somebody that doesn't really care about the team and winning. He just wants to, look good himself. Alright, so the next thing is from the Golden State Warriors. So, good news for them is that Steve Kerr is coming back, or not coming back, but he was able to run a practice session and stuff. Yeah, so he was able to do that. And then I've also heard that at the power forward position, well, basically he's a center, but he's a stretch player. He's a stretch player. He can stretch the floor. Maurice Spates, I've heard that he has not been producing enough as they want him to, and they were talking about trading him. My stance on that is, if he's not producing well enough, obviously if you can get somebody that can, I would take obviously. But I feel like Spates. I watched him in the finals last year versus Cleveland, and I remember just thinking, wow, this guy can play. He's not MVP level. He's not a superstar, but I mean he can score. He can score the ball and stuff. So yeah, what I read was that they were looking for a guy that could give them more of a scoring punch than Maurice Spates, and I get it. They're 26-1, but they're like that because they are leveled as far as talent goes, and I feel like that. I don't know. I think that if they could find a good trade offer, that would totally work, but I don't really know. At the end of the day, that's just something that they just gotta hope something comes along. And, there's a rumor out there that Ryan Anderson's gonna be traded. Ryan Anderson's a great stretch 4 player. And Maurice Spates, it's a good trade. It gives depth to the Pelicans, and it also sends a stretch 4 to the Warriors. And it works out because, there's rumors that Ryan Anderson's going to go out and get traded because he's a stretch 4. And they also have Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis would rather play the power forward position. That's and that makes sense. You think about it, if you trade for Maurice Spates, you have somebody to add depth at likely the center position behind Omar Asik. I think that's a great idea. That's a great trade. So another thing is that, oh yeah, this is from the NFL now, about Mario Williams, the defensive end on the Buffalo Bills, being upset because he's dropping back into coverage more than he would like. And a lot of his teammates, Eric Wood comes to mind for me on that one. They're frustrated with him, and I don't know if, I don't know if he's locked in. I really don't think he's going to be that locked in, because he's worried about, I don't want to drop back into coverage. I want to go rush the passer, which I can't blame him, rushing the passer, that's what you're used to, that's what you want to do. But I feel like him going out in public and complaining about it is not, that's not necessary. It really isn't. I feel like he should, it's just like anything else. If you're upset about something, if you're with Cam Chancellor earlier in the season when he was holding out, I feel like there's different ways that those things can be handled. You don't have to go out and say, I'm unhappy, they're not giving me what I want. So, yeah, I get it, and stuff. They want to, they want to get theirs and stuff, but at the end of the day, football's the ultimate team sport. So, yeah, Eric Wood was, he said that, he didn't like the fact that Mario Williams is complaining about it because it shows a little bit of disconnection on the defensive side of the ball. But from what I've seen anyways, from what I've heard, that this Rex Ryan-led defense has not been that good this year for the Buffalo Bills. It's just not been, it was supposed to be a heck of a lot better, and that's what I expected to see coming out of their defense going into the season, and I've not seen it, and I just have not seen much out of their defense. Anything else that I would like to address? Oh yeah, Tevin Coleman, backup running back on the Atlanta Falcons, played for Florida State in college, won the national championship there. He got a concussion by slipping and falling and hitting his head in the shower. Yeah, well, it's good to know that you can that you can't even take a shower anymore without getting a concussion and having a concussion risk. So, yeah, that's nice. I feel like, there's really not much to say on that, obviously, because, my guy slipped and fell in the shower, got a concussion, there's not really much you can say. But, other than that, not really have much to say. There's the Odell, everybody's talking about the Odell thing right now. I feel like, a lot of people are saying they're right, and a lot of people aren't going to disagree with me when I say but they are totally right to suspend him. That was not necessary by him at all. He let his emotions blow, and I respected Odell, and I felt like everybody should respect Odell before that fight, and then that happened, and I'm just sort of like, no, not really, you guys, he's a great player, very dynamic, but he really needs to work on controlling his emotions, and he knows it. He knows it. He even said in an off-season interview, somebody asked him how to stop him, and he said, well, the only way is really to make me mad. So, yeah, really don't got much to say. In the NBA, Joakim Noah out for 2 weeks with a strained shoulder injury he suffered, and that'll open the way for Bobby Portis, the rookie out of Arkansas, to come in. He's the rookie power forward out of Arkansas. For him to come in and really play in a starting role, and he showed potential in the preseason from what I heard. He just hasn't gotten any minutes during the regular season, obviously, because he's behind players like Nikola Mirotic, Taj Gibson, Pau Gasol, Joakim Noah. But now that Noah has a shoulder injury, you're going to see more Bobby Portis playing. Yeah, there's not much else. So yeah, thanks for watching and bye.